What is up, everybody? It's your boy CrazeMace98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community. Welcome to another reaction video. We are gonna actually continue on from the actual Atari Jaguar videos from Angry Video Game Nerd. I saw the first one. I really liked what I was seeing when it comes to the Atari Jaguar and some of the things that, you know, we find out about the Atari Jaguar. So let's continue on from that. But before we start this video, I'm gonna pass it on to editor Nico, and with that, you know, he's gonna have like a little bit of an announcement and a little bit of a comment he wants to state. Okay, so before you even check out this video, first of all, here is a couple of things I want to state out. First of all, I want to go ahead and state that this is not my property. This is owned by Angry Video Game Nerd. You have things like Cinemassacre who own this stuff, and I do not own this. This is just a reaction to the actual video. You know, I ended up getting a copyright strike for no reason, or not a strike, or something about copyright, but I stated that it was just a reaction video and I shouldn't be getting these. Obviously, I don't know why I'm getting these. But also, lastly, go into our Discord channel, join our Discord, and with that, you can go ahead and share things like your music. You can share your YouTube channels, your streams, and we want people to go ahead and start collaborating with each other, because we want people to share what they like to do when it comes to music, YouTube, and even, you know, streaming on Twitch. I would say Mixer or anything that you like to stream on. But that's all I want to say. The link is in the description, and with that, you know, enjoy the video. Okay, now with that, let's go ahead and play this video and let's see what it's about. I want to see what we got here. This looks fun. 66, damn. (2009), that was 11 years ago. He's been doing this for a while, huh? There's Batman. Oh my god. No, that's Superman 64. We don't ever talk about that game. That's convenient, actually. I should have things like a mini fridge right here. Okay. I guess the editing is pretty badass here.
Alright, let's play some Jag. We've already established that the graphics weren't much of a leap for 64 bits, but graphics aren't everything. Take a look at Tempest 2000. It's an arcade style.
Oh, I heard of Tempest. This is actually a pretty good game.
Really addicting and fun to play. Basically, you're in space with a bunch of 3D shapes.
I like the music so far.
Stuff and collecting power-ups. Funny to think that something so simple happens to be one of the best games the Jaguar has to offer. It even has some good kick-ass music. So kick-ass that there was actually a soundtrack on CD. But what's this monster on the cover? Does that ever happen in the game?
Nice. I like that.
Alien vs. Predator.
Maybe you should remaster that.
It's a first-person sort of survival horror thing. You can play as not only the alien and the predator, but as a marine. And with each character, your objectives are completely different. Surprisingly, it's most fun to play as a marine because you have a gun. But with the alien and predator, you have to sneak up on people. Not much to say, but it's another memorable game on the Jaguar.
Damn, okay.
The big motherfucker of first-person shooters, Doom. This is one of the best console ports of
old school Doom.
It comes as close to the PC version as it gets, but they had to ruin it with one thing. There's no music during the gameplay. That's
the worst thing to have. Like, if you have no music in a game like that, especially like Doom, that's why you see like Doom and Doom Eternal have like the major like OSTs from Mick Gordon, that it kills it so much. It really does.
Really? Was there any reason not to have music? Did they run out of time? Some might consider it scarier that way, but it would have been nice to have the option. I call this one Silent Doom, so just put on some Slayer and you're all set.
Yeah, so you could do that with Slayer.
Most of the real famous Jaguar games. So now let's look at something more obscure. Attack of the Mutant Penguins. I gotta admit, the name alone got my attention.
That's new.
What the hell's going on? From what I understand, there's a bunch of penguins walking around. They buy tickets and then go into a transformation booth where they become evil mutant penguins. And from there, they go to the doom scale. Yeah, the doom scale. They jump in the mouth and then appear on the scale. So you gotta stop the penguins by using a weapon. For example, a baseball bat. How do you get the bat? You gotta collect letters that spell the word bat. Where do you find the letters? Inside treasure chests. But how do you open the treasure chests? A key, right? No, gremlins. Yeah, you collect what they call gremlins, and supposedly you drop the gremlins inside the treasure chest and then it opens. But no, it doesn't open right away. It takes like 10 seconds. The more gremlins you use, the faster it opens. But it doesn't open, it like explodes. When you get the bat, you gotta kill all the penguins, but they don't die if you hit them. Instead, there's a bunch of power orbs that scatter all over. You gotta get all the power orbs to power up your bat so you can kill the penguins. But you only kill the penguins wearing hats because the ones that don't wear hats fight the ones that do wear hats. If the mutant penguins on the doom scale outweigh the regular penguins, the doom scale starts screaming and going apeshit.
That's a weird concept of a game.
This is the weirdest game I've ever played. I mean, it's not bad if you're drunk or high or something, but how do they come up with this shit? I got it. I could come up with a game like this. How about you're a shark and you gotta shake palm trees till trains fall down, and you put the trains in an apple, and then turkeys come and eat the apples, and then the turkeys go up waterfalls, and to get them down, you have to collect monkey butts. So you drop the monkey butts on power lines, and then...
That had to take a lot of creativity, like seriously.
Alright, what's next?
Oh my goodness, okay.
A really bad one. Most fighting games have a character select screen. In
Oh,
fact,
Street
all
Fighter,
of them have
Mortal
that,
Kombat.
right? Well, not this one. Instead, it's got this weird first-person sort of thing. You walk around and touch statues to pick your character.
Looks like
So
crap.
awkward. How did they fuck up something as easy as the select screen? Even worse, when playing the one-player mode, you only get a choice of playing as 2 characters. You have to beat the other characters to unlock them. That alone makes it more of a pain in the ass than it has to be. The
That
game
makes
itself
sense,
is
though.
pretty much a Mortal Kombat clone, with every hit making pools of blood fall down, and it even has death moves.
Ooh.
But it's also one of those games that wimps out by censoring the violence. You have to put in a parental password just to turn the blood on. Basically,
Why,
it's
you
just
know?
a 6-digit code. But what's the chance of kids not figuring out the code before their parents do? But once it's unlocked, you still need to set the level of blood. So in case you want there to be a little bit of blood, but not too much, like who the fuck cares? Just turn the goddamn blood on.
Exactly. That
The
makes
control
sense.
is horrible. It's almost as bad as Shaq Fu. I'm not kidding.
Oh,
The
Shaq Fu
attacks
is
are
terrible.
sluggish, there's not much strategy, and you'll never guess how to do the special moves. You try everything. Back forward kick, down forward punch, half circle back punch, you know, the typical stuff. But none of that works. So you gotta
Alright, so
either
what is
maybe
it?
have the instruction manual or go on the internet to get the moves. You gotta hold the C button. Like instead of down forward C, you gotta hold C while you do it. Why couldn't it be something more common?
Wow.
I think one basic important thing in any fighting game is being able to pick it up and play. And the special moves are ridiculous. Like, what is this? He shoots fireballs at his dick? Or maybe it's a gaping flame vagina? Who the fuck knows? Somebody was not right in the head.
Okay, so this is weird. So I play a lot of fighting games. So like I play like Street Fighter, Tekken, and I play Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear. So I kind of see the issue here. Just like, because like I'm gonna show you like right here. Like you see right here, you have the gamepad, right? And then with that, you have like, you know, the regular buttons and everything. So let's say I'm trying to do let's say a Hadouken. Like I would just, all I need to do is do the motion and then press the button. Like boom, there you go. There you go. I'm just like doing the Hadouken. But for this game, you have to hold the button and do it. And just like tap it. Or in like Mortal Kombat, you just boom left, like down right or down left and then button. Down left and then button. Down left and then button. With this, you have to hold the button and then this. That's awkward. That's so weird.
This game is fucking horrible. How do you wash down the bad taste of one shitty game with another? Cybermorph. I already mentioned that this one looks worse than Star
Cybermorph.
Fox, but let's give it a chance.
Good luck. Where did you learn to fly?
What's What's with this green
Okay.
face? It's disturbing.
Where did you learn to fly?
Stop talking to me.
Where did you learn to fly?
Oh my goodness, that would drive me insane.
To fly?
Every single time you hit something, it says that.
Where did you learn?
Knock it off. God, the mountains come out of nowhere. They just pop up, giving you no time to react.
It looks good of a 3D game.
Die, it picks you up right where you left off. Sometimes I complain about games making you start back at the beginning, but this one literally puts you right back where you are. Imagine if in
That's
Super
bad.
Mario Brothers you run into a Goomba and die. Okay, then what? Does it start you right in front of the Goomba again?
I would hate that.
Where did
I already hate the lady speaking a lot now.
Never
Where
stops.
did you learn to
Shut
fly?
up.
Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly? Where did
The
you
controller
come
looks so
on!
awkward though.
That's enough of that.
Where did you learn to fly?
Oh, gotta get out of my head.
Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly?
I would hate that
gotta
so
get out of my
much.
head.
I would hate it so
Get out of my
badly.
head.
Where did you learn to fly?
Stop!
Where did you learn to fly?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Where'd you learn to be an asshole?
I like that animation.
I've had all
That's
I
funny.
can take. You're the most fucking. Did you just growl at me? Oh god!
I like this animation. Oh, those were laser scopes for the Super Nintendo. I really like this animation.
What do I do? Take this, kitty! Sick him! Yeah, that's the real Jaguar.
Nice guitar. That's a cool guitar solo. I like that. The kitty's gone now.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
funny.
we played a few Jaguar games. We played a sports game, a side-scroller, a first-person shooter, a fighting game, a racing game, and a flying game. We played some good games, some
Alright.
bad games, and overall, makes me want to puke. Like a cat. And then what do? They make a CD add-on. Yeah, the fucking Jaguar CD.
Okay, so it was a major thing when they had CDs, like you know, especially for games, because Sega CD was one of the major things that did it. But it was so bad that the problem was that, like, you know, sometimes things like the CD had its own plugin, and that was a terrible idea. And some of the games were not too well. But there was one game that I wanted and that I want to play now. It's called Snatcher by Konami. I believe it was by Konami, made by Hideo Kojima. Really great story, really great gameplay. I want to play that though.
There's something about this that perplexes me. You have a game console that not many people owned, so you make an add-on that requires owning the game console.
That makes sense.
What were
That
they
does not make
thinking?
sense. I mean, like that makes sense of like that's like a dumb idea. Like I understand like if the game console is not selling too well, you do not make specific add-ons. Like it's like selling the Jaguar now, right, as its own system, and then nobody was buying it, and then now you can go ahead and be like, oh, we're selling a VR headset. Bad idea. Oh boy, here we go.
Just been its own individual game system. Besides, the fucking thing has its own AC adapter, so that's two. One for the Jaguar and one for the Jaguar CD.
These right here, I hate these. I hate these. I'm sorry if I'm stopping at that. I hate these. Why does this have its own power adapter when it could have been its own power adapter? It's exactly like you said. It should have been its own system. These were so annoying because if you have a strip, like a electrical strip, it would take up the strip. I was so pissed off at that.
And that's some cool looking design. It looks just like a toilet. Yeah, it's a fucking toilet.
It does. That sucks. That sucks. Going back to those power strips, I remember I had to freaking, because I had a plug-in for, I think it was for the GameCube. It was just a regular plug-in, or if it was for my PlayStation 2, it was just a regular simple plug-in. But then at one point when I needed to go ahead and play it, I would have to unplug one of the big plugs from the old games to be able to play it, and that would piss me off the most.
What a perfect analogy. I would review some games, but there's one problem. Fucking bastard doesn't work. Not
Ooh.
even the cartridge slot, so I can't even play my regular Jaguar games while this thing's connected. I tried using different AC adapters, but nothing worked. It simply won't read
He has like
the disc.
100 of those dang
So I sent this
things.
broken piece of shit to my friend Richard to see if he could fix it. He invented the NinToaster, a fully functional NES made out of a toaster. He
That is the greatest thing I have ever seen. I've seen a bunch of NinToasters. That is the greatest thing. I have no problem buying a NinToaster.
also made the Super Gen Atari, which plays NES, SNES, Genesis, and Atari 2600 games.
I don't know, but I don't know who this guy made this or where he made this, but I need to get me one of these. Especially if you make them in HD and I can upload them and I could just like review them. Yeah. The Super Gen Atari, NES, Atari, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo. Definitely. But we need one of those for like the mini games, like for like, you know, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, like freaking the Sega handheld, you know, stuff like that. And I want to try to do something with that. That's something that would be a great idea. Also, we need one of those things for a DS. A lot of people don't play DS anymore. That's what sucks.
So game mechanisms are his specialty. If he can't fix it, then it's fucked. Here's his diagnosis.
Yes, the Atari Jaguar CD. What a steaming pile of fucking shit that was. I want to make sure there's nothing wrong with the console itself first, just to rule it out. So
Okay.
I plug in a game, push the power button, the Jaguar logo comes careening towards me in the foreground, and after a particularly hilarious fucking startup sequence, I'm playing some Tempest 2000. Whoa! So now I know there's
I
nothing
have to
wrong with
check
the
out this
console
OST.
itself. Time to move on to the CD unit. So I plug it in, hook up the additional 47 cables that came with it, push the power button, the logo comes careening towards me in the foreground, snarls, and the red screen of death indicating a connection problem. So, the first thing I did was deep clean every single contact point on both the console and the CD unit. I turned it on, red screen. Then I went back and made physical adjustments to every contact point in both the console and CD unit so it'd make a more solid connection. Turned it on, red screen. Finally, I just
Wow.
said fuck it and directly wired those two sons of bitches together, completely bypassing any and all cartridge ports and ruling out the remote chance of there ever being any kind of connection issue between the two systems.
Do you know how long that takes to directly wire the freaking the points of the actual cartridge or any type of technology to the actual system? That is so much of a pain in the ass. You would rather it takes so much time, like so much damn time. And I applaud this guy for having this actual patience.
I turned it on, and guess what? Red screen! So at this point, I pretty much just gave up and shipped everything back to him, along with a Pong machine, which pretty much just says, I'm sorry, man. This thing is just too shitty for me to work on. I think between the flaming fuck you middle finger red screens and getting snarled at the same time, this machine has become self-aware and does not want to be repaired. That is my diagnosis. Richard out.
Nice.
Well, thanks for trying. And thanks for the Pong console. Would you believe that a 30-year-old Pong console attached to a cell phone adapter would work, but a cutting-edge snarling Jaguar doesn't? There's something wrong here. And you know what? I blew $250 on this thing. So, you know what I did? Bought another one. Yeah. And guess what? It doesn't work either. So that's about $450 total I blew on 2 dead Jaguars. And these things are rare. So when the only 2 that I can manage to get my hands on just don't work, that leads me to believe that these things most definitely are self-aware. They don't want to work. You can't make them. They just refuse to be reviewed. And I've never had that happen.
That's funny.
The end. I gotta take a shit.
Okay. Before anybody knows that is peanut butter and there's a peanuts or some type of like almonds or something. It is not real crap, don't worry. It is not at all. Oh my goodness. That would lead me to be very upset. The fact that I would have to spend $450 on those things. That would be so annoying. Like beyond possible. I'd be so mad, especially when my system's not working. And the fact that it's, excuse me, it's literally just like, not like, it's like I spent all that money and now I can't play the games that I have. I'd be so mad. And then like they have, and like the problem is with that is like the games look pretty good. Some of them look pretty good, some of them suck, obviously. We see them. Like Attack of the Mutant Penguins. I think that would be cool as a remaster. I think you could remaster, you know, Tempest. And then you could just put Tempest 2020 or Tempest 2021 for like next year. And I think people would like to play that. Especially if you would put it on as a good cheap price right there. That would be something cool. Now let me see what else he has here. He has things like CDI. I think I might do that next. I haven't seen the CDI. I've heard stuff about the Philips CDI, but I have never really seen anything besides the Zelda games. I played the Zelda games on the Philips CDI. The worst thing that I could possibly ever play in my life. But go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you like, what you dislike about it. Definitely subscribe to the EHG community. Definitely turn on your notifications when we get new streams, new videos set out. Definitely join us on our Facebook group, our Discord channel, and check out our merchandise. But this is your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community. And remember, there is always something great on the horizon.